Hi everyone, welcome back to Phone with Boy. So get this on basically every smartwatch ranking out that the Apple Watch or the Galaxy Watch is going to be listed as number one. And as for me, my go-to watch is very unlikely Venu. This is a smartwatch that I have been wearing every day and it's actually made by Garmin. It's Garmin's deviation away from sports watch and into smartwatches. Now you are probably wondering why I would prefer this over the flagship from the Samsung and the Apple, and there's really five main reasons, but there's also one big drawback that might make it non-ideal watch for some people. Now this is a Garmin Venu 3 and compared to the 2 and 2 Plus there are some massive improvements here. So take a look at the watch. On the right side we have three buttons. I will show you what they do and an interface for tour and a minute. On the left side we have a speaker so you can now answer phone calls on here and use a voice assistant. On the front we have 1.4 inch AMOLED display which is larger than the old 1.3 inches, and yet we are also getting a longer battery life on here with 14 days per charge. We have stainless steel kind of razor bezel on the outside that feels and looks very nice, and of course on the back we have our improved 11 Wi-Fi sensor, which I don't want to give too much away yet, but it's definitely much more accurate. We'll talk about the testing later on the video, but it also unlocks some new features. Take a look at some tracking, for example, which is a huge improvement on this watch, and it's actually the first of the five main reasons I prefer to this app to Apple and Samsung watches among the other brands out that's there, but unfortunately sleep tracking has historically given you like how much REM sleep, how much deep sleep, and people don't know what to do with that. Like, okay, great, I got less REM sleep. How do I improve that? And Garmin understands that, and they gave us two things. One, they are giving a sleep coach on here, which is going to kind of walk you through things and tell you what to improve and why things happen. And we also get sleep recommendation. They will tell you when to go to bed, suggest things like that, and we have improved tracking while you are sleeping with all nights HRV tracking, so your heart rate variability, and so that there's something that's really nice that it strikes now, but not at night. You also have tracking during the day. If you take a nap, it will know, it will recognize that it will boost your body battery. So if you haven't used a Garmin watch in the past, body battery is a kind of like the indicator of how well you are doing, how charged up you might be. So if you go for a long run, it might drain your body battery. If you if you sleep a lot, it might go back up. If you are coming down with a cold, it might be a lower. So it's kind of just a good indicator that see like all right. Is today a good day to run a long distance? I'm coming down with a cold on top of that. There's actually a jet lag advisor which I haven't been able to Test just yet. I haven't traveled between time zone, and probably my favorite new feature on here is actually the morning briefing. So when you wake up in the morning, it shows you the weather at the time. It tell you how long you slept, tells you what you have going on that day, and you can actually customize what else is showing here. Now customize that. Before we go get into the very interesting actual accuracy testing, let's talk a little bit more about the price. You can buy this from the sponsor of today's video, which is better best buy. And if we just go and check that out, can you see the two different sizes of the availability? The 3 seconds and 45 millimeters and 41 millimeters. The best buy has both of them. They also have five different colors for the yes and two colored. For the three and no better visual one, you are getting the this price is same 37,000. And honestly, likely I would recommend buying this from Best Buy, even if it wasn't sponsored. That's my go-to for pretty much any tech I'm going to buy. You can you see when you are buying from the Best Buy, you could either order directly and have it shipped to the you are usually three free shipping, or you can pick it up in the stores, or could you just look on the online, then you go for the stores and pick it up in persons. And of course, I hope I answer all of your questions in this video, but I do a link to the top of the description. If you want to buy it, if you want to read the more about the specs and features, so you can find it all of the Best Buy's page as well. And that's tell you all about the what's new. That's the watch is or the any product you are buying. I think a lot of you are probably alright familiar with Best Buy, so sponsoring the this proportion of this video, and for us actually sending over this watch in the first place. I really appreciate it's so now getting into the accuracy testing, even through this doesn't have dual band GPS. It's actually incredibly accurate, and I tested this on my different runs and bike rides, and you can see, for example, on this track run, I can run in exactly 1 mile. It was off by just 200 of a mile. This was really quite accurate, quite impressive, considering tracks are generally pretty difficult when you are running in a loop like that. Compared to straight line, for example, when you interpolate a lot of more easily, taking looking at these runs, zooming back again, super accurate. State runs it hits very well, and in addition, I also tested my sleep tracking and compared to other devices like ultra human rings and a whoop strap. It generally was quite consistent. On a good nights versus bad nights, they have different on their shore of bar. There are scale starts and the ends, so that I really like this watch when it comes to workout. Functionally, Garmin really has I've been giving you a lot my so it will be the very things on the slide with numbers are what they are similar when you will go on a hard run. It's going to tell you the workouts or benefits if you are doing a lot of sprint workouts and you are doing a lot of sprint work. It's going to say, hey, keeping doing stuff like this, and you are going to increase your VO2 max, or you are going to, and you are going to burn fat. You are going to do the different things. Most ever 3 days. This watch is climbed to go up to 14 days for me. Personally, I'm getting about 10 to 11 days, which is still a huge improvement. It means that once very week, every week and a half, I take it off. I charge it up for an hour and or two, and I'm ready to go for another couple of weeks. But I think it's time we talk about that one big drawback, and it's within the subset of the smartwatch functionality that you find these drawbacks. So first of all, they do have some improvements with the smartwatch. Of course, we have got the microphone and the speakers, great phone calls. You can also text on here. So if you get a message, you can reply that message from here itself. It's a nice improvement. Unfortunately, you can't reply text or see photos if you have an iPhone or the watch. But the big drawback is that it doesn't integrate the quiet as tightly with your phone as those other watches do. So if you want to get apps, you have downloaded Garmin, like third party Garmin apps on this phone, then the app selection really limited, like you are not going to get a Uber on your watch. Okay. And It it did, however, the fix the interface in some mind ways. So if you look at the interface really quite quickly, you can swipe up the unswipe button, kind of the go through your little tiles. Super easy to do that. If you swipe from the left, you can have your screenshot shortcuts. If we press the top of the right button, that has always been your activities, and that's so like Garmin Pay, for example, much more accessibly. Now I know for many people what I just said going to be a total deal breaker so as an everyday smartwatch, but for me it does still check enough boxes. What really I really cares about have been those other four things. I think it's a pretty obvious. It's not going to be for anybody who doesn't care a lot of lot of about the health and fitness. But if you do, if you are training for the anything, like I'm right now, I'm training for a race coming up. It's really nice to have something that's so really reliable, that has good insights, that tracks you really accurate, and also adds extra coaching functionality to kind of give you some reasons behind the numbers, and you see some reason behind the numbers. And so if you want to an everyday smartwatch, but you really care a lot about the fitness tracking and the sleep tracking, this is a fantastic watch. So leave comments below. Let me know what you think about this watch. What do you think Garmin's need to change in the next generation? And what and would you actually use this watch? Leave comments below. Let me know what do you think about this watch. What do you think Garmin needs to change in the next generation? And would you actually use this watch? Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.